I have been focusing this morning. How about you? How about you? And even though I actually quit coffee today, I'm still focusing. And I don't know how I'm doing it because I've been a little bit tired and a little bit foggy, but I have things I want to get done, just like you do, that will move the needle forward for me. So I really hope that you are noticing yourself, because that's going to be one of the big things I bring up a lot today, where you drift off focus or where your body is telling you that you might not want to focus anymore. So I'm Jennifer Seifert, host of Receptive Radio. I go live every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time for about 20 minutes on something that we're all going through. And for entrepreneurs, visionaries, creatives, and founders, this is your place. This is your place to come and get realigned, recalibrated, reset, and ready to focus for today on what you want to grow in the world, your business, your presence, your impact, and your wealth. So, yeah, I've been focusing today and I've been noticing about my focus. How about you? Put in the comments. I see the comments happening already. And yes, so put in the comments if you're feeling focused today, or have you been feeling like you're multitasking and you're just wandering around your desk from email to text to Word document or Excel sheet? Let me know in the comments. So why is it so important to focus? Well, like me, I know that you have these big goals or projects that you want to complete. And those projects are actually going to expand you. They're going to expand your into the next level, into the next income category that you're wanting to reach, and into more visibility and that kind of stuff. So maybe you have a book that you've been working on, or a sales launch that you're working on, or a new offer that seems to be on your to-do list, but it is never getting done. Oh, Connie's really focused today. And I don't know what your name is, GNR but I think it's Teresa. How have you been focused today? Thanks for watching. Merlin, he just woke up from his nap because he knows exactly what time Receptive Radio starts and he's got to get in the way and get on camera. So yeah, I want to just share a little moment about going off focus for me. So about over 3 years ago, I went into a writing retreat for the very first time for 4 days, and I focused. I focused on downloading and receiving my book that is called Finding the Source, Realize Your Purpose and Power. Well, during that 4 days, I was totally focused. The information all came in, the stories all came in, and then I had to revise it and put it in order and get it all put together. And for a while, I was focused on it. And I would write and edit my work every night. And I had a good momentum going, but then something happened. Something took me away from that. Something else became my priority, or I thought it was my priority, and I did not go back to it. I didn't go back to it for a whole year. And then another thing took me off my focus. I thought, oh, I can go to this writing retreat again. And instead of focusing on that first book, I downloaded another book. And that book's sitting in the shelf waiting. And then I had another opportunity to finish my book or get it really close to finish at another writing retreat the third year later. And I did not focus on my own first book. I wrote and downloaded another book that's now in the cupboard waiting for a time when it's priority. And so I do this, and maybe you do this too, visionaries, people who have lots of big ideas, who know that those ideas are important. Maybe you do this too. Maybe you take yourself off of a project that you know is really important to go do another very important project. And then now you have 2, 3, 4, or 5 projects started. Do you do that? And then none of them are getting finished. So I am really good at this, starting a lot of big projects because I have a lot of big ideas. And I'm also putting some rules down for myself and noticing that I do that. And one of my coaches helped me last week because I was thinking, oh, I want to start speaking in person more and maybe working with another coach to help me find those types of gigs, be a keynote speaker at like conferences and stuff like that. And she reminded me, she's like, Jennifer, you have a lot of projects going on right now that you actually are working on, and they are coming to completion. And the Finding the Source book is one of them. Why do you want to overwhelm yourself and make this another important priority to you and cause yourself to get distracted from the current projects that you're working on? And I really appreciated her calling me out. And it was a very gentle, like, just notice that you're already have these so many important things that are really going to move the needle for you. That other thing that you want to do, keynote speaking at conferences, it's going to be there later. You will not be missing out on anything because what you're already working on is going to expand you so much. So just ask yourself right now, how many open projects do you have? And I'd love to hear in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, please put in the comments #replay and put the answer to this. How many open projects do you have right now? And it's okay to have many. I would probably have 5 to 7 in my answer. And one of the shamanic things that I learned many, many years ago about human nature and humans is we love to start things, but we're the shits at finishing things. And if you have other things going on in your life, like relationship problems or injuries or accidents or, drama, stuff that gets in your way, it makes finishing your projects even harder because then there's an excuse. Oh, well, this happened and I can't finish it. And we give ourselves excuses so that we feel better for not finishing our projects. But before we get to taking on too many projects, we have the opportunity to really decide to not take on that extra project now. Just table it for a little bit so that we can take the time and effort to focus and get those open projects done. And that's what I want to talk about today, because really, I have a really fun game going on in my Facebook group. And I want you, if you're not already in the Facebook group right now, I want you to come and join us. It's called the Focus Frequency Quest. And it's just very simple. I put 5 posts in there, and it gives you a this or that kind of a question. Do you do this or do you do that? And it helps you to just notice what you do. And it brings a very clear awareness into your self of your normal operating mode around focusing. And then you can know it. You have awareness about it. And I always say, when you know something about yourself and you really own it, you can change it. And you don't even have to do anything to change it. You just have to become aware of it. And that's the beauty of noticing and awareness and playing this game. It's really easy. And I love easy things. I do not want to fire hose my clients with more projects. They do not need any projects. I never ask them to do a project. I only help them finish the ones that are important to them. And what's Connie saying? She has one project for sure that you want to complete, but you keep putting it aside till another time. Well, why do you keep doing that? Just asking yourself, like, what is it about that project that you're putting to the side? Because I think Connie's one of my coaches as well for my nutrition, my health, and exercise. She's a menopause navigator. She said to me the other day that I put my work before I put my health and exercise. So just great awareness. I know it already, but when somebody else points it out to you, it really makes it bigger in your awareness, so you can watch yourself for it and then decide how you want to shift. Teresa, what are you saying? Of a mother of 4, it's not easy to do a lot of projects, but I try to do what matters. That's great. Yeah, and I would say your project is being a mother of 4 kids. And so that's the most important project. And then how many extra projects do you want to have on top of that so that you can keep focus with what really matters to you? And I know your art is one of your projects that you love to focus on. So thank you so much for participating. That's great. So yeah, the cost of not focusing. So today I could have, because I've been feeling a little foggy and a little tired because I didn't have my caffeine stimulant this morning. I could have decided, oh, okay, I'll do this later. I will lay down and have a nap, or I'll have a meditation and just take myself away from the focus. But I didn't do it. I kept noticing that I wanted to do that. And what I did was do some focus things. I didn't like do a multitasking, a whole bunch of other things. I just decided, and I'm creating a summit. So I decided to work on all those speaker things that will help that summit get really organized and prepared. And I have interviews tomorrow. So I prepared for all of that. And I even got extra work. I got more work done than I thought I would ever, that I planned to. So because I focused and I lasered in. And I prepared for the show. Those were my 2 things that I did this morning. And actually, no, I did other things, but I have them kind of on my calendar where I'm doing them. And I give myself space for it. And then also, if I have extra space, I keep going on it. I keep going on that project. So that's one of the ways I help myself focus. And when I have projects that have a deadline, that really helps me to focus as well. Does a deadline help you? And because you're your own boss, usually when you're in this group, you have to manage yourself and access your coaches to help manage you, to help keep you accountable to your goals as well. So so the cost of not focusing is you'll lose your momentum. So like the book, I was really on a roll for that first book and I was really putting it all together and I got to a certain point and then I dropped it for a whole year. And when I picked it back up, I was almost done. And then I focused on writing another book. And then when I came back to it again after another year, I was almost done. And then I still dropped it and went to another book and I was almost done. And then I had to really get my stuff together this year because I do want to launch it early next year. And I have a big surprise and a big celebration that I received this week. My book is moving to the copy editor now. It's done with manuscript reviews. It's done with developmental editing. It is now moving to the copy editor. And I'm going to start with the graphics and the whole marketing campaign. And I'm really excited about this next step that has moved along. I don't have to do anything right now. So that project is moving, as far as I'm concerned, on its way to completion. The other thing that when you get off focus and you find yourself sitting down at your desk and then you're just like reacting to whatever is happening, to the emails, to the texts, it burns you out. For me, if I keep multitasking all day long, jumping around to different things, I'm tired by the end of the day. But focus has this way of mental clarity and energetic awareness, like noticing and paying attention to staying on focus, has an energizing effect, because I feel actually more energized than I have all day today. So I'm excited about that. Just notice yourself this week. around focusing, and go and play that game in the Facebook group, because it's going to really help you with your projects that you're working on right now. And be fun and be fun. Bring some fun and playfulness to your projects that you're completing, because I know that your projects are important. They're important. Otherwise, you wouldn't have started them. They came from that internal dream inside of you around your purpose, and they're part of your power. Our projects are extensions of our power. And when you have a completed project, like a book or a sales offer page, or a piece of artwork for Teresa, that can create more for you without you having to do anymore. It kind of works on its own, expanding your reach, expanding your presence, expanding your visibility, expanding your pocketbook. So one of the tips from the Focus Quest in the Facebook group is the signal. It's like just noticing your body signal, the body message, which could be like feeling tired or feeling foggy or having a sore back, irritation, some type of irritation. That's a signal letting you know that you're off focus, or you've already, finding a way to drift away from your focus because you're getting cues from yourself. So you could ask yourself, what do I feel myself checking out? Like, when do I feel myself checking out from my focus? And what am I about to avoid? So you could just notice that this week. When do I feel like I want to check out? Because sometimes, and I did this lots, I'd have a few minutes left and I'm feeling tired. I want to check out, and I wouldn't finish it. And I'd have to do it the next morning, the 5 minutes left. But I noticed, that about myself. Oh, I'm getting tired. I want to check out. I want to shut down for the day. I'm done. And I have a few minutes left of finishing something. I switched that one. I have switched that one. I let myself finish it. I let myself finish it because it'll feel so much better. And it does feel so much better. And as soon as I finish it and then I move into cooking dinner or something, or going to the gym, I feel better. I feel better. And when you're focused, feeling better, feeling good, feeling completed, like accomplished, is a really good energy to hang out in on a regular basis, more and more and more and more. So focus isn't just mental. It's not just mental. It's energy, it's your heart combined in it, and it's your body, and it's awareness. It's awareness. Noticing yourself, paying attention to yourself. So if you're not already in Receptive Radio, please join the community. Try out the fun 1 minute, each post. There's only 5 posts, takes about 60 seconds to play with, and do them one a day, or do all 5 of them at once, and play with us and build community with us. In Receptive Radio, the Facebook community, you can post about your events. You can post about your work. I have limited rules in there because this is a community for all of us who are creators, visionaries, founders, CEOs of our own businesses that we are expanding. And I want to help you expand in this community, Receptive Radio. And I really appreciate everyone who watches and supports me. And I'm just going to put up here, that's the link if you want to go to the Facebook group. And Connie's taught me something else the other day. I'm going to try it out here. I have a QR code that will take you to the Receptive Radio group as well. So try out the Facebook group, come into this community, start talking with us in that group, and let's see how much we can focus together and really expand our businesses. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.